honeybees, and welcome back to my channel for another speed build. My name's Silver, and today I have for you a modern beach oasis. Now, I have a couple of things I want to actually talk to you guys about today. Probably a long time coming, and also a little bit about the actual video itself, because we had some problems. So the first thing is that we only have one screenshot, and that is from the thumbnail and the front of the house, and I actually had to really quickly go grab that. Really quickly, sorry if you can hear the outdoors. Everybody's being really loud, and we have some neighbors who have a quad and they keep like going around in the yard, like the little park that we have. It's not in any way legal, but that's okay. Anyway, so the only screenshot we have is the one from the very front, and the reason why is because for some reason my game is constantly crashing now. I managed to build this, and then I went to go manage worlds so I could take in-game screenshots because they're nicer and cleaner and easier to do, and I don't have to do editing on each of the on each of the photos then. And my game crashed, and I've tried everything that I can think of off the top of my head and a quick research has told me to do, but unfortunately it's still not working, and I quite frankly do not have the time today to try to fix it. So I'm going to have my boyfriend look at it because he's the tech guru in our home, so I will have him look at it and see if we can find a solution, and if not, I will let you guys know. But I'm sure there is a solution. It would be ridiculous if there wasn't. I can't imagine that it will be a problem. So we will have that fixed soon. And then, of course, there's no screenshots at the end of this video because I couldn't take them. So, yes, really quickly onto the build. I have pretty much come up with the shape now on the build. Oh my goodness, my computer's having an issue too. It's just struggling so hard to run. We are having technical difficulties today, and I don't know why, but we've put some new computer parts into my PC, which was a good PC to begin with, but, you know, has some issues with its memory usage, but we'll get it sorted. But this is pretty much the shape, and I've included everything except the landscaping and the bathrooms because, look, the landscaping is a lot. If you'll notice, we're on a really big lot, and this is actually a pretty small house in comparison. And I actually did a little bit of terrain manipulation, which you'll see later that I was having glitches. Like, today is a problem, guys. But I also cut out a little bit of the furniture because, like, the dining room, I was having such an issue with the color. Don't know why, but, you know, whatever. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is my uploading. Now, normally, or before rather, I went on my little break, I would upload every single day, and that's because I had the time to do it. But I do not have the time right now to do that anymore, and I'm really sorry. It's just not realistic for me. I think I mentioned in another video that I have actually 6 exams to take before July, like the end of July, and it's just really simply not realistic for me to be able to upload every day and do all of my schooling and my chores and my exercise and my I'm become more social in my life, which is, you know, great, but, you know, it's hard to keep up, and I'm already struggling trying to upload even every other day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload a schedule, and I'll announce it in my next video too, the schedule that I'm going to be following, and I will upload only on those days, and I'm going to try to limit my video making to only 2 or 3 days a week so that I can, you know, get a hold of my time and manage it properly, because look, your girl is struggling a lot. I have so much to do in a day and not enough time anymore, and don't get me wrong, I love it. I love being busy, but I don't want to let you guys down and set unrealistic expectations for both myself and for you. So I'm going to definitely cut back on what I'm trying to do and, you know, have an actual formal schedule that I can follow easily. Like, I am so busy now, like, that my boyfriend wants access to my calendar to make sure, like, he knows where I am, because I'm just all over the place. Like, and it's not just school and stuff like that. Like, I have a lot of doctor's appointments. I have physical therapy now. I have MRI scheduled. It's like, it's crazy. And if you guys want an update on my knee, it was getting better and I was able to get out of the brace, and that's great. And I'm still out of the brace. But yesterday I pushed it too hard with running and it hasn't stopped hurting since. So I'm a little worried. But I will find out soon. Well, at the end of the month I have my MRI and then I have to wait for the results. And I will find out if I need to have surgery or what actually happened, or because they think I tore my meniscus and they said my ACL is a little bit loose too. I'm not sure what that means, but at the very least, you know, I'm a bit in pain right now and I have like no time and I have 1,000 appointments to attend to. So that's not to say you guys aren't a priority. You definitely are. I just need to be realistic on what I can actually realistically expect of myself. So I really, really hope that you guys are okay with that. I understand if you're not, but you know, I do have to take care of my mental health as well, and trying to do so many things at once is not healthy, physically or mentally, so I'm definitely going to be careful of that and be wary of that. And, you know, I'm all about health, and I really want to make sure that I'm doing right by myself as well as you guys. So I hope you can appreciate that. I talked over everything, I'm so sorry. But we can talk about more fun things now, like plants, for example. We got new plants and I'm so excited. Oh, Viva went and got me like 3 plants. Well, one is his, he says, but it's a plant, so, you know, I get to look at it and I'm happy about it. And we're trying the new things. Did I talk about this in my last video? I might have. It's possible. It's very, very I think I did. But, you know, you get to hear about it again. I got plants and I'm so excited. They're on my desk. Oh, I love plants. And that's why we put a lot of plants here. We're in the tropics after all. It's exactly what I would do for my home. I mean, come on. Like, it's great. So if you'll notice, the house is very, very open plan, but I think that's quite normal for these kind of modern houses. And I think it's realistic. So, you know, and I really kind of liked mixing this kind of like, Scandinavian stuff. I'm convinced the tiny living pack is Scandinavian themed. Convinced. But the house itself actually came together quite easily. I mean, it's very, very open. Lots and lots of light, lots of natural light, which is something I adore. I love it so much. And then I realized that this room, this second or third bedroom, it didn't have any windows, which, if you don't know, if a bedroom doesn't have windows, it technically can't be counted as a bedroom. And, you know, my OCD self was sitting there like, not gonna happen. No, that's not okay. So I change it. And I actually made this for like a, kind of like a preteen girl, and then, or maybe early teen girl, and then a teenage boy kind of in my mind. So the green room is the teenager's room, and then the pink room is the young girl's room. And I kind of imagined her as like this fashionista. So we get like the what is that from Get Famous? Yeah, I think so. Get Famous. I always wanted to do that as a kid, like have all of my clothes on a rack so I could like display them. I don't know why. I think a lot of people do. I think it's very chic, personally. That might just be me who thinks that, but you know. And I struggled to find a bed for this room, and I settled with this one for a while. I do think we change it in the end, though. And this is about where I decided it was for a teenager. And they have a laptop because this family's rich. They're living in like an actual oasis. I didn't include the outdoor like landscaping and stuff like that because, let me tell you, it was a lot. So I wanted to make it less a lot. Oh yeah, I changed it. I used the stuff from Tiny Living because it's versatile. I don't care what anyone says. It could be used anywhere. I mean, maybe not the Murphy beds, but even the bookshelf works. Like I think I used the TV in the master bedroom, and it works really nicely and ties in with the colors quite well. So I imagine this one's a painter. The other one has a violin in their room, which I thought was cool, and I kind of imagined that they painted these two paintings that I hung up. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So we're on to the master bedroom now. Oh, I just really want to touch quickly the floorboards. I use floorboards upstairs, but you may have noticed I use tiling downstairs, and I just want to go back to almost all of my island living builds. And the reason why I do that is because I think it's far more realistic. I mean, this place is covered in sand. You're on an island. I mean, especially this one, you're on a separate island, you know. You're really by yourself with this one. And like nobody wants to clean up a bunch of sand from carpet, and I think a lot of I think it's very realistic to have these kind of tiling carry out throughout the houses, and it's not just in island places, it's in most deserty places and beachy places with sand or like really rough gravel, that kind of like in Oasis Springs, for example. Although in Oasis Springs I don't always pull it through. It just depends on the style of build as well. Like a Mediterranean house, yeah, I'd put tile in it. But like if I'm doing a mid-century modern, it doesn't really make sense because I build in that kind of green grass area, so it doesn't make sense. It's not necessary. But when you have a house like this, like even floorboards, carrying floorboards through, I'm a little iffy on personally, because in my opinion the floorboards would be hard to clean as well, like they get in between the cracks and stuff. But it does depend if it's a floating floorboard or if it's actual wood floors. I'm getting way too realistic about this, but that is truly like my thought process and why I do that. I prefer tiling in the bottom floors of sandy homes and things like that. But I don't think it always it works. Like in the beach rental that I did, the tiling I don't think would have worked because of the style of house and where it was located. So that is fine being wood floors, but I would like never put carpet. For starters, I hate carpet. So sorry, I never really build with carpet much. I really dislike it like a lot. So, you know, that's a thing. And we're going to do the outside now. I don't do that often where I just go inside. Normally I do the outside completely first, but I don't know, I was kind of eager, I guess, to decorate this place, and this is definitely different than what I normally do. I mean, you guys know me. I do the modern, I do, but it's usually green. It's not green this time, it's brown and black. Please notice me. But yeah, so I may be getting a little too realistic about why I do things in The Sims, but that is genuinely my thought process, so I figured I'd share it with you guys anyway and let you know what I think and why I do the things I do. And let me tell you, this is an entertainer's paradise. When I called this an oasis, I meant it. So I was struggling here. You'll see, I don't know what happened, but this is where my game started glitching a lot. Like, first I couldn't place down the tiles, then the pool disappeared, then the ground disappeared. It was just a mess all over, and for no reason. But we fix it, and that's okay. And I continued struggling. Like, I couldn't put fence bits, I couldn't, like, and it was saying it was on a different level even though it wasn't, and I don't know, it was really, really strange, but we get there in the end, and I had to change some things. Oh, let me quickly say, this house is based off an Pinterest house I saw. So the back is similar, not quite the same, but it had like this, like the shape of the back is kind of what I was basing it off of, and it had a bike against the back of the house, and I thought it was really cute, and I was like, I'm gonna do that, yes. So yeah, I think it's definitely not like super it's not the same. It's definitely not the same as that Pinterest post. But it's 100%, like, if you saw the Pinterest post, you could definitely see the influence and definitely see, like, the similarities. And I think that's fine because, like, I only had this very, very tiny picture of one corner of the back of the house to see, and it was, like, really, really small. And then the rest is completely from my head and what have you. It's definitely inspired and influenced by that. So I'm just quickly, like, showing you where all of the landscaping is going to go. Everything I paint, there's landscaping on top of it. So you guys can see where it's going to go, but I wasn't about to, like, make this a 40-minute video just because of landscaping. So, you know, there you go. So it's fine, but right now I'm just going back through and adding some furniture on the outside. And you can, like, see a little bit the landscaping I did, but I definitely recommend going to the gallery and grabbing this to actually see yourselves, because it's a lot. Of course, I recommend going to the gallery and grabbing it. It is on the gallery because for some reason I'm able to enter build mode. Not for a very long period of time, but I can enter build mode enough to put it up on the gallery. It's really annoying. Really annoying, guys. But with that said, I'll leave it for now. I do apologize for, you know, everything, but we'll get it sorted. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, let me know down in the comments, and show your support by tapping the like button and subscribe for more builds. If you'd like this build in your game, it is up on the gallery under my username, Silverplumbobs. Have a great day. Bye!